if we could please call the roll and assure that we have a quorum.
At this time, I'm only asking those board members attending in person to respond with here when I say your name. Alternates, please state your name if you are representing an MPO board representative. As a reminder, please press your microphone button once to turn on and off. Steve Wilson,
Here.
Yvette Drucker,
Here.
Fran Nacklis. Here. Amy Kelly. Here. Tom Markert,
Here.
Susie Diaz. Here. Jim Koretsky,
Here.
Christopher McVoy,
Here.
Bev Smith,
Here.
DeAndre Poole, Greg Wise,
Here.
Marcy Woodward,
Here.
Sarah Baxter, Joel Flores,
Here.
Bruce Guyton, Jeff Hamara,
Here.
Michael Napoleon,
Here.
Christy Fox. Here. Joseph Paduzzi,
Here.
Bobby Powell,
Here.
Chelsea Reed.
Here.
Thank you. We have a
Awesome.
quorum.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. We have a few people that are going to be participating remotely as well.
Yes, additionally, we have Port of Palm Beach Commissioner DeAndre Poole requesting online presence.
All right, does our board have any issue with Mr. Poole? No? All right, great. So DeAndre, good morning from Zoom land. Hello. Is he on?
Not yet.
All right, I'm sure he'll be here soon. Okay, if everyone would please join me in the pledge allegiance, if stand if you're able. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, let's dig in. Do we have any modifications to our agenda today, Ruth?
No, Madam Chair.
All right, so seeing none, I'm asking if we could go ahead and get a motion to adopt our, okay, we have, could you say your last name for the
Nah.
motion, please?
Nacklis, second.
Excellent. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Also, do we have any public comments yet today?
No, Madam Chair.
All right, wonderful. Instructions on how to provide public comment are included in our agenda in case anyone would like to do so. We're going to move right along into comments from the chair and member comments. So at this time, I invite any board members that to bring up anything that is not on the agenda. If you mind flipping up your cards so we can go through. We'll start with Deputy Mayor Nacklis and then move along to Vice Mayor Woodward.
Thank you. I just wanted to thank Executive Director Nielsen. Yesterday, she and I presented along with Beth Osborne from Smart Growth America to over 600 people on rethinking roads. And we presented about our challenges and our current priorities and projects, and also what the future looks like. So I just wanted to thank Executive Director Nielsen for that opportunity.
Excellent. Thank you. Vice Mayor Woodward.
Thank you, Chair. Just a quick update. I am the Tri-Rail representative for Palm Beach County, and I just wanted to let everyone know that we changed our policy earlier this year to really enforce people who do not pay to ride the train. And right now we're averaging about 25 to 30 people a day being removed from the train. Our policy was, it went from just issuing like a citation to now they have to be removed at the next train stop. And almost once a day we have to have law enforcement involved, but I wanted out in the public that we are enforcing it as best we can right now for people who do not pay to ride the trains. That's not fair to everyone else who does. So we're working on that. And also the FIFA World Cup, which is next year, June and July, we are going to be having a bit of a kickoff. The train stop that goes to there will require a bus ride, but we're planning to have like shuttle buses for anyone who wants to come and stay pretty much anywhere in South Florida and go to those tickets. Tickets go on sale today. I just found that out. For a FIFA World Cup starting in June of next year, we have 8 games in South Florida at the Hard Rock Stadium. So if anyone wants to do that, you can take Tri-Rail to get there. And we do have continued strong ridership. Our discussions with the state, I believe, are going really well to get the funding restored. And then we, the counties, are working on potentially what we can do. But we all know of what discussions are being had on property taxes. So I don't know how that's going to go. But as far as the state funding with FDOT, our conversations have been very, very positive, and we expect that funding to be restored. That is all. Thank you.
Any other comments from the board? All right, comment from the chair today. Generally, I try not to say I or ever, especially when in a leadership role. But if you could indulge me just for a moment, this will be my last meeting as chair. We'll have the opportunity to nominate a new slate for leadership in just a few moments. Wanted to thank our amazing staff, first of all, for the years of tremendous work and travel. The packet that you see before you as a board member, they do this again and again and again for multiple boards. It always comes off beautifully, thinking of everything, no matter where we are in the world, where we are, what day, have not really had the opportunity to work with such a wonderful staff. So thank you for that. I want to thank Valerie Nielsen for her leadership as executive director. My time on the then TPA began back early 2018 as a citizens advisory member and vice chair there, and got to meet Valerie when she was on her way up to executive director. And it's been such a pleasure to watch her leadership grow, and especially now watching her leadership with the team that we have here at the MPO. Jim, I'm sure we've all read Good to Great, and they talk about getting the right people on the bus. And I think it's a great analogy for what the MPO staff is now. Everyone is on the bus, great board on the bus. So going forward, cannot wait to see what all of you do collaboratively together. And I will miss this very much. So thank you for allowing me the opportunity. Yes. Oh. Yes, sir.
So it's a little after the fact since everybody applauded, but I want to thank you personally for the great job that you've done here. And you set the bar really high for your successors. I promise you that. I watched all the traveling you did. I was at the National League of City at least once to hear you do a great presentation and represent the county and represent the idea of transportation as it's needed and the innovative approach that you've taken to doing the job. So I want to thank you for the great job that you've done here. And again, like I said, you set us on a good trajectory. So I look forward to hearing more from you in other capacities in the future.
All right. Thank you very much. That was very kind. So we'll move along with our agenda. Do we have our executive director's report, please?
So I would also like to thank Chair Reed for your amazing leadership and support and dedication to our board and to our agency over the last, well, like you said, you became involved with MPO in 2018 on the Citizens Advisory Committee, became vice chair on there, and then joined our board, our executive committee, and have been our chair for the last 3 years. And it's really been a privilege to work alongside you, and you've been just so committed to our mission and our vision and supporting us all along the way. We're in such a great place now, from standard operating procedures to clean audits to just a really great team, and here as a collaborative board and just as an agency. So really, really grateful for you for your representation and support here, but also at the statewide level on the MPOAC. You served on that exec committee as well, at the Southeast Florida Transportation Council as our vice chair for the Southeast Florida region, as our chair of our Transportation Disadvantaged Local Coordinating Board. We've won a couple of years ago when you were during your leadership, LCB of the year and elected official of the year at the both state and national level. Just so much to mention. It's a lot. So you've been, as Mayor Hamara said, you've set the bar high, and we're really grateful for it. And from walking, biking, taking trains, planes, and automobiles, everything, it's been really great. So I have the next slide. If it's just there's probably thousands of pictures, but just a couple that came up. But yeah, just so many great experiences, and you've really been there and attended everything and been really involved. So thank you so much for your leadership.
Chelsea.
Thanks, guys. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a little plaque here that I just sent thanking Carrie for her 3 years of service as chair. Thank you. Thank you. All right, with that, I'm going to go into the director's report. Just a reminder, our call for projects, our annual call for projects is open right now. We are meeting with staff. Pre-application meetings are required. This is for our major projects and also our transportation alternatives. Those applications, that process is open through February 13th. So we have our website there, but looking forward to receiving applications from all of our local municipalities for those programs. Also, we just had a site visit actually this week. Thank you to our council member, Yvette Drucker, for going with us. We also had Broward MPO's chair go with us, and Orlando represented and others on this site visit to BEEP headquarters to learn about autonomous vehicles and their latest technologies. That was really great. We have another board site visit coming up. I know a few of you have registered on Friday, January 9th. We're going to be going down on Brightline to Miami and seeing the Underline. It's a linear park under the Metro Rail and some of their transit-oriented developments. So if you're able to join us, please let me know. I did send an email to RSVP, but feel free to reach out. Also, I will be sending an email soon to the board and for a Think Bike workshop that we're hosting. This is going to be a hands-on class with the Dutch Cycling Embassy experts. For our technical staff, we want each of our board members to send a planner or engineer to this. It'll be a 2.5-day workshop. And on the last day, there's actually also an impact implementation course on digital twins, which is a hot topic right now. So look out for that email, and I hope to see all of our board members, their staff represented at this course. I also sent out an email for the 2026 Safe Road Summit. This was the Safe Street Summit, but it's been renamed to Safe Road Summit by the Broward MPO. They are the host this year. That'll be in Fort Lauderdale on February 25th, 26th. Please let us know if they are offering a limited amount of complimentary tickets for our board members. So I sent an email. Please let me know if you would like to join, and by the 22nd, and they're going to send us individual codes for each board member that said they wanted to join, and we'll send that to you so you can register at complimentary for that. Also, the MPOAC Institute, we hosted that recently here. That's a statewide training for MPO board members, and it is a prerequisite to serve as an officer on our board. The next training will be in Orlando on May 1st. So save the date. There isn't registration details yet, but that'll open in February. If you haven't attended that and you'd like to, please save the date. And just a reminder, the state is doing their 2055 Florida Transportation Plan, seeking input in that process. That directs what happens on the transportation level at the statewide. Also, the county has their county transportation master plan going on, so please stay involved and stay tuned with that. And we're a bicycle-friendly business, and we hope to see more businesses and communities on board with that. Those, if you would like to apply as a local municipality to be a bicycle-friendly business, those applications are coming up. For business, it's March 10th. For communities, it's June 17th. And lastly, just a reminder to visit we have a page called our website/participate. We have a bunch of resources on there, our newsletter, our events, a bunch of things going on and ways to get involved. So please visit that if you haven't. That's all I got. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Any comments, questions, or otherwise from our executive director's report? All right. Commissioner Powell.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Executive Director, are any of these tours or summits or workshops eligible for CCEs?
The Safe Road Summit will have AICP credits. The Underline is just a small site visit with their CEO, so that one's not. But the Think Bike workshop, we'll look into it. They are international engineers and things coming, so we'll see if we can get some sort of type of certifications for that. But the Safe Road Summit will be a 2-day summit with credits available on for AICP.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Commissioner Weiss.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, Valerie, I'm not sure, and you talked about visiting the autonomous vehicles up in Orlando. I don't know if you're aware of the article that was recently in the New York Times regarding autonomous vehicles and their safety record. They use the Waymo data And since they are the only ones that are providing publicly available data, and the reduction in crashes at intersections was 96%. They were, in terms of safety, they were orders of magnitude safer than human-driven vehicles. And I think that it warrants more study. I think there's a misconception in the public about their safety record, and potentially lowering the cost of insurance because they have less accidents. And when they do have accidents, they are much less severe. There were 3 deaths, but all 3 deaths were due to human driver error and not the autonomous vehicle. So if you haven't seen the article, I can find it again, but I think it's worth reading for everybody on this board.
That's great. Yeah, it really is incredible to ride. I've rode, well, we got to ride the Mobileye technology in Lake Nona, but also previously I've rode Waymo in Phoenix, and it was, really, you do feel very safe. Waymo's actually coming to Miami in 2026. So we look forward, for those who haven't rode a fully autonomous vehicle, driverless vehicles, those will be coming to Miami soon. And so, we look forward to experiencing them down there as well. Thank you for mentioning that, Commissioner Weiss.
All right, thank you so much. We've got Councilmember Drucker.
Yes, so on the heels of that, thank you, Valerie, for putting together, Ms. Nielsen, the BEEP tour. We went to BEEP, a group of us, about 18 months ago, and there was technology. So 18 months later, the technology is so advanced. So I really wanted to make an effort to get up there so I could really see the difference between then and now. And what I could tell you in terms of the safety, the number one thing is the autonomous vehicles doesn't have a distracted driver. Nobody's on their cell phone. Nobody is putting, makeup or drinking or grabbing things from underneath the seat. And even when we were on the tour with Beep, there was a car stopped, and the technology is that you can see it on the screen when you're a passenger. You see all the green, you see all the red, you see how it stops, how it goes around, how it accounts for the surrounding areas, how like there's a 4-way stop, how it stops, how it looks again. The technology is amazing. I'm sure they have something online that we could share with the board members, but the technology advancement of just 18 months was just really incredible. So that was a very good tour. And if you do one next year, I would highly encourage you all to attend if that's something that you want. Our city just engaged in a pilot with a company, Guidant, which is actually headquartered in Boca Raton at Brick. So we're just starting our pilot. So you can, check in with me or Ms. Nocklis for any information, and I'll share the pilot findings in a few months. Thank you.
Just speaking of technology, it's not on here yet. I don't have the website is up, but I will be sending more information to board members with a discounted rate. There's a Tomorrow City conference happening in April here in West Palm Beach at the Convention Center, and we did connect them with Beep and other autonomous and new technologies that will be at this expo. And we're planning to participate. So stay tuned for that, but it may be of interest to board members if you're interested in the latest technologies, because transportation will be one of the topics.
Excellent. Actually, my brother's in New York City, and he sent that to me. He's like, "Look at what's happening where you are." So we're being noticed, which is amazing. Any other comments, questions, or anything about our executive director's report? All right, seeing none, let's move along to our consent agenda. Does anyone have anything they'd like to pull from the consent agenda? Seeing nothing, let's get a motion and a second. I've got Napoleon for the, okay. Say it again.
For a second.
Laura's second, Napoleon. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you so much. And we're going to move along to our action items. The first thing is the motion to elect our officers for 2026. Let's go ahead and, are we all set? Okie dokie. We're going to kick it off with Valerie starting to present this first.
Great. So thank you so much. Every year we have the opportunity to elect officers, which consists of a chair, a vice chair, and 3 at-large officers, which make up our executive committee. So I'm going to walk through each of those. We're going to vote on each of the chair, and then vice chair, and then finally nominations for the exec committee. So just kind of refresher on that, as I mentioned, the executive committee consists of a chair, vice chair, and 3 at-large representatives. We have this at the last regularly scheduled meeting. We have the opportunity to elect these, and these officers will take office the first day of the new calendar year. Next. So just a reminder for our this year's officers were our chair is Councilmember Chelsea Reed. Our vice chair was Commissioner Maria Marino, Council Member Yvette Drucker, Commissioner Christy Fox, and Mayor Michael Napoleon. So requirements for chair is that you must have you must have served on our board for at least a year and also have done the required training, which is the MPO Institute training we recently held, the one I mentioned coming up in May, or haven't attended a national AMPO conference, MPO conference, or a similar training within the last 4 years. The chair duties really communicates a lot with me, is there as a representative of this board. You know, we're a grant funded agency, we report to the state, the feds, so they not only do they lead our board meetings and set the order of business, but they also sign official documents such as when this board passes resolutions and things like that, things that we have to send to the state and the feds. Also, they approve any travel for our board members and reimbursements, and serve as the representative for our board on the Southeast Florida Transportation Council and the MPOAC, which is the Metropolitan Planning Organization Advisory Council. So each of these boards meet 4 times a year. The CEFTEC is in Southeast Florida, so it rotates from Miami, Broward, and Palm Beach. And then the other one is in Orlando at a central location, typically, the MPOAC. Next. So for those who are chair, they are required to attend all these meetings. So it is a big commitment. I just want to thank our chair again for her commitment to always attend these meetings and always be there. So making it a priority to represent us. So in addition to our board meetings, which we have a year, there's these 4 CEFTEC meetings and also 4 MPOAC meetings. Next. So now I'm going to pass it back to Chair Reed to seek nomination for chair. We're just voting on this right now.
Okay, just voting on chair first, and you'll see the eligible members of our board here. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, if there's any public comment.
Yes, we'll do that for sure. We will do public comment first. What I do want to reiterate is the time commitment. It's very important. Anyone considering this understands that. Just with the MPO meetings alone, related to that, you've got 16 meetings. And this isn't just showing up for the 2 or 3 hours of the meeting. This is several phone calls ahead, setting the agenda, doing all of these things. That's the bare minimum, and that is not what this organization requires. Plan on 25 to 30 full days of your life being taken, if not more like 45. So it's not just show up, bang a gavel and go home, right? Just want to make sure everyone really understands the commitment you're putting out there, because this board deserves it. So just wanted to share my 2 cents. And it is a pleasure, by the way. Talk about having your mind expanded and feeling like you're actually part of a collaborative effort. So I will take public comment first, as always.
We have no public comment at the moment.
All right, so I will now open the floor for nominations for the MPO chair for 2026. Nominations do not require a second. And if we have anyone virtually, please put up their cards so I can see that as well. My first card that I saw go up was for Mayor Napoleon. And then the second card that I saw go up was for Ms. Necklace. Then I think I saw Joelle. I couldn't see that. Okay, great. And then it was Jeff and Susie. Okay, all right. So I will take the first nomination from Mayor Napoleon.
Thank you. Madam Chair, you've left large shoes to fill, but I'm going to nominate Yvette Drucker to try to fill them.
Okay. Thank you very much. We will move on to Ms. Necklace.
I was also nominating Councilmember Yvette Drucker, so.
Excellent. All right, we will move on to Commissioner Flores. All right, excellent. Chris?
Can I do 2 nominations?
No, sir, you can give me one name.
Then, if she's willing, and we maybe ought to ask after your 30-day comment, is everybody up there willing to do it to save ourselves?
We
some trouble?
certainly will.
But I was going to nominate Christy Fox.
Excellent. All right, moving along, we have Mayor Hamara.
Actually, just one of several, actually. So Yvette, I think, would do a great job.
Excellent, sir. Thank you so much. Ms. Diaz,
I too was going to nominate Yvette Drucker.
thank you very much. And Ms. Fox.
Thank you so much. I would love to stay on the executive committee, but I was also going to nominate Yvette Drucker.
Is there anyone out there in Zoom world? Oh, sorry about that. I didn't, it's a blind spot right here. Commissioner Peduzzi, I apologize. I did that the first year too. It's all good. Wait, we have a card up for Commissioner Poole. Can you hear me?
I can, Madam Chair, and I'd like to nominate Yvette Drucker.
Thank you, sir. All right. So do we have any other nominations? All right, we're going to close nominations. Ms. Drucker, do you feel like you're able to commit many, many, many days of your life to this?
I will continue to commit many, many lives, many days of my life to this
Right.
organization and to having the honor to chair
All right.
the MPO.
Excellent. Ms. Fox, due to your comments, I do want to ask you, would you like to say anything?
I'm going to decline the nomination, but thank you very much. I think that will be wonderful, and I would like to be considered in the executive committee when we get to that, but thank you.
All right, so I will need a motion and, well, let's go ahead. So how do we vote, Milton? Make sure I do this right.
We can just get a motion in a second.
All right, I'll look for a
Correct.
motion in a second.
Move to-
Nicholson,
There you go.
second.
Okay, we've got
Magnus,
Nachlas
second.
and then Napoleon. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Congratulations.
Madam Chair, that's effective next meeting, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You don't have to leave.
You don't kick me out yet. Yeah, I get to sit a little bit longer.
Just for the rest, yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Milton. You're the best. All right, let's move along. So we're going to go ahead and move into our vice chair. So Ms. Nelson.
Just pulling up the PowerPoint.
I would just start once I go around.
Okay, thanks, Ruth, for updating the slide. So now we're going to go into the vice chair. The vice chair serves, the requirements for vice chair is to also have completed the required training, and also in the chair's absence, the vice chair shall preside and carry all duties of the chair. Next. So that means that not only are they filling in for the chair if the chair can no longer, if they're not available, but also they need to be available to attend all these meetings as the alternate of the chair. So they are the designated alternate to the CEFTEC and MPOAC statewide and regional meeting boards. If the chair is unable to carry out the duties for the remainder of the term, the vice chair shall automatically become the chair, and a new vice chair shall be selected from the remaining eligible representatives for the remainder of the term. Next. So again, these are the required meeting dates. As Chair Reed mentioned, there's 16. So in addition to the 8 for our board, there's also the CEFTEC and MPOAC. The vice chair does not need to attend CEFTEC and MPOAC if the chair is there, but they should have them on their calendar in case. Next. So now, since Councilmember Drucker is now chair for 2026, we are now, I'll pass it over to Chair Reed to ask for public comments and ask for a nomination.
My pleasure. All right, any public comments?
No, Madam Chair.
All righty, and I see since we have one comment from Zoom land, if I could Nope.
Okay.
Okay, that's gone.
That's
All
okay.
right. Let's open up the floor for nominations for the MPO vice chair. These nominations do not require a second. So based on the way we saw the cards go up, and please correct me if you feel these are incorrect, we have Drucker, Necklace, Weiss, Hamara, Fox, Peduzzi, Woodward, and Diaz. Did I miss anyone's card? All right, so we will start with Ms. Drucker.
I nominate Mayor Michael Napoleone to be the vice chair.
Excellent. Moving along to Ms. Necklace.
I also nominate Mayor Michael Napoleone.
Excellent. Moving along, Commissioner Weiss.
I nominate Commissioner Joelle Flores.
Excellent. Moving right along to Hamara, please.
I nominate Vice Mayor Woodward.
All right, moving along to Fox.
I nominate Mayor Michael Napoleon.
All right, moving along to Peduzzi.
I'm going to again nominate Commissioner Fox, but since she's nominated someone else, I don't know whether she'll accept it.
I'll tell you what, before we keep going along, Ms. Fox, do you want to respond on any of this?
Thank you very much for the nomination. I declined, but I would love to still be considered in the next round for the executive board. Thank
Gotcha.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Commissioner Peduzzi. We'll move on to Vice Mayor Woodward.
I thank you for the nomination. I would like to also be considered for the executive committee, and I would like to nominate Joelle Flores.
All right, and then I think the last card was for Ms. Diaz.
Thank you. I too would like to nominate Joelle Flores.
All right, so any other nominations? Time to close the floor. And we're going to just wait for all the names to get put in.
You were gonna ask, did you ask everybody if they're interested?
All right, just to confirm now that we have everything written up, everyone who has been nominated, if you do not care to be nominated, please let us know now. All right. Yes, sure.
Well, I appreciate everybody's nomination and I would love to serve as vice chair. I've had the opportunity to serve on the executive committee previously with Michael, and I think he would do a fine job as the vice chair. So I would yield at this time, but I would like to be considered to be on the executive committee. I believe there might be one or two open positions there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Commissioner. We appreciate.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, so we are going to go to a roll call vote we don't need one? Oh, I thought,
No,
wasn't
but we
the
have
nomination?
the names.
Oh, okay, great. Then, all right. No, apologies. I was so busy writing everything down. I'll take a motion in a second.
Second.
All right, say your names, guys.
Second.
Okay,
Who was
And-
first? The motion by someone down there? Flores.
all right. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm
All right,
sorry, can you repeat that
congratulations.
one more
Yes, ma'am.
time? What was the motion in the second?
Let's hear it. Let's,
Flores and Drucker.
Thank you.
And DeAndre, I don't know, it's online, the comments from.
no comments.
Virtual.
All right,
No
so just to clarify, this is a motion and a second for Mayor Michael Napoleon to be the vice chair of the MPO.
Thank you.
All right, excellent. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, congratulations, both of you guys. We're not done yet. Executive committee, we do have a plan for this, which will hopefully keep it more streamlined than previous years. And I'm going to pass it along again to our executive director, Nielsen.
Okay, so moving on to the three at-large representatives for the executive committee. Get to that slide.
Let me update the slide and then I'll share it.
Nope. Don't cross them out.
Nope.
You got disqualified. There we go.
Okay, next. Okay, so the requirements to serve as a executive committee at large officer is to have done the MPOAC Institute training or a similar training. Next. The executive committee is basically kind of like a subcommittee to the board in an advisory role. They meet at least once a year, and they review our strategic plan before it goes to the governing board. They also meet during that meeting and review the agency's performance, my performance, and then are available to meet as necessary if something comes up. If the board wants the exec committee to meet on something, or in the event that there's a selection of a new executive director or so forth. But basically, they're there if needed to meet, and then meet at least once a year in June before the new fiscal year. So next slide. So we are seeking 3 at-large representatives to make up the executive committee. We already have, for chair, we have Yvette Drucker, and then for vice chair, Michael Napoleon. So then we're seeking 3 nominations. If we have more than 3, if we have 3 nominations, we could do a motion and second and move on. If we have more than 3 nominations on the screen, then staff is going to pass out an index card, and everyone's going to write their top 3 people that they wish to nominate, and then they'll tally them up. We'll take a quick recess, and then they'll put them up on the screen who had the top 3 votes, and those will be the 3 at-large members. So these are all the board members that are qualified to serve as at-large officers. I'll pass it over to Chair Reed for public comment and to take it from there.
You bet. All right. Do we have any public comment, Ruth?
No, Madam Chair,
All right. Anyone out in Zoom land?
not at this time.
Okay, so based on the cards that I saw going up, if you guys correct me if I'm wrong, please, we had Napoleon, Koretsky, Weiss, Hamara, Diaz, Flores, and Drucker. Did I miss anybody? Peduzzi. All right, are you down?
No, I'm just.
You're okay.
I assume
Right.
it's first.
Okay, and McVoy, you are first. You are first. All right, anybody else? So I've got, just to reiterate, Napoleon, Koretsky, Weiss, Hamara, Diaz, Flores, Drucker, Peduzzi, and McCoy.
We also
And
have
Powell.
DeAndre Poole online.
Oh, okay, so we'll go back to DeAndre first because he's online. All right, so we've got, I think everybody, we'll get through it. Commissioner Poole, we can hear you if you want to speak.
Yes, Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate myself.
All right, thank you, sir. We'll move along to Mayor Napoleon.
I was going to nominate Christy Fox, but I'm certain Joe Patuzzi is going to do that, so I'll let him nominate her. I'll nominate Joel Flores.
Thank you very much. Koretsky, please.
Vice Mayor Marcy Woodward.
All right, we have Weiss, please.
Thank you. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I think on a previous slide, you said that there cannot be more than 1 county commissioner. Does that apply to the executive board?
Out of the 5, including the chair and vice chair, there can't be more than 2 county commissioners.
So there can be 2.
Maximum of 2, yes.
Okay, so, all right. Thank you. And I was going to nominate Flores and Woodward, but since it's already been done, don't need to bother.
All right, thank you, sir. Hamara, please.
Yes, I'd like to volunteer myself, actually, to be on
All
the
right.
executive committee.
You are allowed to do that. And Ms. Diaz?
I was also going to nominate Commissioner Flores.
Excellent. And moving along, Flores, please.
I was going to nominate Commissioner Woodward.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Drucker, please.
I was going to nominate Commissioner Flores, Woodward, Poole, and Fox. They're already on there, but on the record.
So we're adding Fox to the list. All right, let's move along to Peduzzi, please.
I was going to nominate Commissioner Fox and Commissioner Poole.
Excellent. McVoy, please. Excellent. Thank you so much. Powell, please. Oh, wait, did you have your card up? You did. Did you?
Did, but people have already been nominated, so do you still need to nominate them?
Okay, no, you don't. All right, so if your card is still up, take it down. Does anyone, Drucker, are you all set? Anyone else want to put the card up for any other nominations?
We have 5, right?
Yep, so we have 5. So we'll be moving to, we'll be handing out index cards. and I'll hand it back over to,
On the card, right? So if you want-
yes.
Right.
So Valerie's going to explain it a little bit.
Staff have already written each board member's name on the card so that they don't forget. So all you have to do is write your top three. Ruth is going to put on the screen the nominations that we received. No, it just will be a tally of how many votes.
Thank you.
Carly, did you put pens at everybody?
Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, no. Yeah, Ruth's going to be putting the names shortly on the screen. Yeah.
right.
And
Sure, wants to
Take a
go
break.
back.
Yeah,
We're
we'll be
still
taking
asking,
a
but
approximately
done,
10-minute
comes on.
break. However, if staff gets it done a little faster than that, we'll come back. So please don't go too far. Pardon me?
10:25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10:25 is when we will be sitting back down again, but stay close by in case we need to come back any
And
sooner.
the slide will be up on the screen shortly.
All right. We'll be pausing for 10 minutes. Yeah, I think so.
Is that everybody that we got?
And there will be a dance off.
Is that all of them?
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around, and we appreciate it very much. So we've taken your nominations and tabulated them through an amazing Excel spreadsheet. So thank you all so much. So Ruth will display the names that made it through, and we will take our vote from there. And this is for, sorry, yep. No vote needed. All right. So this is our slate of officers. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you so much for your service. We appreciate it. And we'll all move forward collaboratively, making sure that we stick to the mission and vision of the MPO. So thank you so much. Let's move on. We do have some more action items left. Pardon me? One more action item left indeed. Before we do though, if you'd indulge me, I didn't have a moment to welcome Thomas Markert to our board. So thank you. Good morning, sir. We appreciate you coming along. And I also want to wish an early birthday to Ruth and Milton, who will both be celebrating their twins. I'll have a birthday tomorrow. So let's move along to our final action item for the day, which is the motion to adopt amendment number 2 for the fiscal year 2026 to 2030 for the Transportation Improvement Program, or TIP. And I'm going to introduce Andrew, our Deputy Director of Programs, to please come and present on this item. Thank you, sir.
Second, please. Yeah, we probably need to do that.
Madam Chair, we'll need a motion and a second to finalize the slate for the.
Okay, see, I had a hunch. All right. Okay, Flores, Diaz, all in favor?
Aye.
We good, Ruth?
I'm sorry. One more time, what was the motion, the second?
Flores for the motion, Diaz for the second.
Perfect. Thank
And
you.
welcome to the new slate for 2026. Thank you all for your time.
Okay, so this is our second action item today. So this is amendment number 2 to our Transportation Improvement Program for fiscal year 26 through 30. So that's our currently operating Transportation Improvement Program, started on July 1st of this year. And this covers the 5 fiscal years covered with the federal and state funds towards transportation projects within our county. Today's amendment covers 5 projects. And what triggers an amendment for public review and then ultimately seen by our committees and approval by the governing board? It's really triggered today because we are adding 2 additional products into fiscal year 2026. And then there is a length change on 3 other projects that is more than half a mile and then also 20% of the total length. So in total, it's 5 products today. As a reminder, it's only impacting the products in this amendment. So you're only voting on these 5 products. You're not voting on all products within a TIP as a whole. The 2 new projects today are 2 railroad projects. This is at Military Trail at the CSX crossing, and then also the Southwest 10th Lawson Boulevard at the SFRTA crossing. The first one, Military Trail at the CSX crossing, CSX has indicated that has reliability issues with the existing signal system. And to avoid future disruptions, maintenance was required now. And the second one is Southwest 10th Street and Delray Beach. There's currently a Delray Beach product on Southwest 10th Street, a MPO priority to put sidewalks in. The portion that is going to go over the railroad tracks now requires pedestrian signal upgrades for the gates and then also the surface. And so this is a product to install those. Both of these products are going to use federal rail highway crossing funds, hazard elimination funds, and then protected devices funds. So these are ones that are coordinated through the district, locals, and then the railroad agencies, and then they're pushed to central office to prioritize. So these are two for this current fiscal year, which triggers that amendment, new projects. The next three products are MPO priorities. These are signal projects that we have for both Boca Raton and Palm Beach County. With these are ones that are mostly those mast arm conversions, also replacing some of the vehicle detection and cameras at the systems and other upgrades for hardening at all these signals. So what's triggering the amendment on these is really there's location changes for all these projects that are shifting locations between them, and it does impact the length. Now you'll see the length changes, and some of these lengths are fairly large length changes. These are automated length mileage creations through the FDOT work program system. And so when signals are sort of pieced together along a corridor, it may count the entire length of that corridor. So that's why you'll see larger changes to the lengths. Really, the impacts are at the actual signal locations. So really at the approaches there and where the signal mast arms are going in. So that's really what changes for these products are the lengths. There are also updates as a part of this to the construction phases and some of the design phases for the total costs. These are also updated at this time as we have new long-range estimates available. And so you'll see changes as well for those phases. The specific locations of where you'll see these signals, I think. Oh, my. Looks like it died on me. Could you go to the next slide? Thank you. So here's the locations of those three products and the signal for the signals. Okay. It's open for public review now. It's on the website. We didn't receive any direct public comments through our tools or online, but this is always available for interactive engagement for the public to see. Next slide. And that's all I have for you. I can take any questions. Thank you.
Excellent. We always love the interactive everything on the websites. All right. So do we have any public comment?
No, Madam Chair.
All right. The only card I can see up right now is Commissioner Weiss.
Thank you. Thank you, Andrew. My question is in this, and I don't know if you get this level of detail, but will these improvements include at least the opportunity for allowing additional technologies to be put into these signals, adaptive technology, smart signalization, and also camera technology at these intersections?
Sure. We do have the product manager who's overseeing this, who's with us today. If you wouldn't mind coming up, this is with FDOT. He can answer a little bit more on that. Next, thank you. I appreciate it.
Hi, good morning. Jeff Robert, FDOT. The proposed signals will allow for, it doesn't have the adaptive specifically, but it does, create the prohibited. And it does allow for cameras from Palm Beach County's ITS system.
Okay, thank you very much.
What? Any other questions or comments regarding the TIP amendment? No, seeing none. Let's bring it to a vote. Nothing out there in Zoom world also. Sorry, I just try to keep checking out there. Wonderful. So I'm seeking a motion to adopt amendment number 2 to the fiscal year 2026-2030 Transportation Improvement Plan.
Motion to approve.
McVoy and Flores. We do need a roll call for this vote. So if everyone could hang on just one moment.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Yvette Drucker,
Yes.
Fran Nacklis.
Yes.
Amy Kelly,
Yes.
Tom Markert,
Yes.
Susie Diaz,
Yes.
Jim Koretsky,
Yes.
Christopher McBoy,
Yes.
Bev Smith, DeAndre Poole,
Yes.
Greg Wise,
Yes.
Marcy Woodward,
Yes.
Maria Sachs,
Yes.
Joel Flores,
Yes.
Jeff Hamara,
Yes.
Michael Napoleon,
Yes.
Christy Fox,
Yes.
Joseph Paduzzi,
Yes.
Bobby Powell,
Yes.
Chelsea Reed.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Sounds like the motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Andrew. We appreciate it. Well, moving away from our action items and into our information item, we're going to ask Lorraine Cargill, our SFRTA Director of Strategic Planning, to present on the SFRTA Transit Development Plan with the annual update. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Again, Lorraine Cargill, Director of Strategic Planning for the South Florida Regional Transportation Authority. Our Executive Director, Mr. David Deck, sends his regards. Unfortunately, was unable to be here this morning. So this morning, I will present SFRTA's Transit Development Plan Annual Progress Report for fiscal years 2027 through 2036. I'll briefly highlight the TDP process, speak about our unfunded and funded capital projects, and conclude with our ongoing coordination with each of our MPOs. So TDPs are required for public transit agencies in the state of Florida to be eligible for state block grant funding. The plans typically cover a 10-year planning horizon with major updates completed every 5 years and annual updates completed in the interim years. So SFRTA's last major update was completed earlier this year and submitted to FDOT on March 1st. This annual progress update will also be submitted to FDOT on March 1st, 2026. So before I jump into our capital projects, I just want to take a few minutes to highlight the Tri-Rail commuter rail service that SFRTA operates. So we currently have 19 stations throughout the Tri-County area. Our newest station was opened last January in downtown Miami at the Miami Central Station, where we are co-located with the Brightline system. In July of last year, we actually implemented 2 limited stop express trains into downtown Miami. One in the AM from our West Palm Beach Tri-Rail station, and a corresponding PM train from the Miami Central Station back into West Palm Beach. That service has been fairly successful. In fact, because of that service, we actually now see for fiscal year 2025, Tri-Rail's highest ridership to date of about 4.6 million riders. So that service has actually been very successful in attracting a lot of our new riders to the system. And so with that, we've now surpassed pre-pandemic levels in terms of our ridership. So this next slide provides a list of our funded and unfunded capital projects over the next 10 years. You can see from the list that the purchase of new rolling stock is one of our top priorities. In fact, in order for us to be able to provide more express trains in the future, we will need much more equipment. We're currently limited by the number of equipment we have at this time. And so we have set aside almost $200 million for new rolling stock, thanks in part to almost $72 million that was awarded to the agency in 2023 as part of a federal grant, and over $44 million that has been programmed by the MPOs and FDOT towards improving capacity on the Tri-Rail system. And so again, that's about $200 million set aside for new rolling stock. Unfortunately, due to our funding challenges, there are a few projects on hold. Most notably, our Northern Layover and Light Maintenance Facility, which is to be located in Northern Palm Beach County. This agency has actually supported and funded a lot of that project. That project cost is about $80 million. This agency has provided over $45 million of that funding, of that total project cost. So that project is currently on hold, as well as the rehabilitation of all our stations along the corridor. We're hoping with our funding challenges becoming hopefully resolved fairly soon that we can move forward with those projects. So speaking of funding, this slide shows a projection of our 10-year capital expenses and revenues. The first 5 years, that is based on our adopted capital budget, which was approved by our governing board prior to July 1st and prior to our funding challenges. The second 5 years, you can see there are no revenue projections, and that is because SFRTA does not project its revenues beyond the first 5 years. As for operating, our operating program, you can see small increases over the next 10 years, and that is just due to really inflation and cost of living adjustments. So even with our funding challenges, there are a few projects that we are still moving forward with, certainly to ensure that our system continue to be safe, to also bring our system up to a state of good repair, and to try as much as possible to enhance the customer experience. And so we have been rehabbing our older fleet over the last couple of years. A lot of our older locomotives and trains have gotten a major overhaul. That project is about 80% completed to date. We expect to have all our fleet, well, our older fleet rehabbed by early next year. As for our pedestrian bridges, we are currently rehabbing about 12 of our 15 pedestrian bridges along the corridor. We are about 50% completed with that project and expect to have all our bridges fully rehabbed by fall of next year, fall of 2026. Many of you may have seen our newly wrapped trains. That project has been ongoing for over a year now. We're about 70% completed with that project and expect to have all our fleet fully wrapped early next year as well. And then finally, our new regional app, SoFlo Go. That app was recently implemented in the last couple of months. That has been a major partnership with all 4 transit agencies, as well as the Broward MPO that funded that project. And so now our customers are able to do trip planning within the region, at least better trip planning within the region with this one app. And they're also able to purchase transit fares from any of the 4 transit agencies. So a really great progress for our customers. And so again, the main goal of this annual TDP is to ensure we are coordinating with all our MPOs. To date, we have presented the updates to the technical advisory committees for each MPO. After today's meeting, we will be presenting to the Miami-Dade and Broward MPO boards in early 2026, after which we will move the project forward, or at least this update forward to the SFRT governing board, with submittal of the actual plan to FDOT by March 1st of 2026. So that concludes my presentation. Just want to again, thank you for your time this morning.
Thanks so much for coming. Do we have any public comment?
No, Madam Chair.
All right, anything from our, if you could put your cards up if you have a question or comment. All right, Mr. McBoy.
And just a technical question or practical question on the app. can a rider get on the train and then get on the app and purchase their ticket? Is that allowed?
Well, they certainly can, but we encourage all our customers to purchase their tickets before they get on the train. That is preferable.
And the reason I ask is that I love the Tri-Rail. I've used it a lot at various occasions. But getting the ticket out of those machines is a real bottleneck. And being able to just get on and buy your ticket and now you're good to go
Yeah.
would be a big help.
Well, you can certainly purchase your ticket certainly a few hours even before you get on the train. It's a barcode that will be scanned once you get on the train. So again, we encourage all our customers to purchase before they get on the train.
All right, Commissioner Woodward.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Something I did want to alert the rest of the board to, we are in discussions on the Tri-Rail board at adjusting our pricing. Right now, we have $5 round trip tickets on the weekend, which we can just tell people, hey, ride the train on the weekends for $5, and everyone loves it. If you've ridden on Tri-Rail, you know, we have a number of zones. Buying your ticket, it is cumbersome to get that ticket because there's, I think, 6 different zones of categories of pricing, and you can't tell people how much it even costs. So we are in the process of doing a study to, what if we did $5 every day? Or what if it's just $7 weekday, $5 weekend, trying to streamline that whole process. It would still account for discounts that exist for veterans, disabled. I think there's a lot of discounts that people have access to. They would still have those discounts, but just for the general public to be able to tell people, hey, you know, ride the train, it's $7. And even Brightline, I mean, you don't always know how much it's going to cost on Brightline, and sometimes it gets tricky for you. And with us, it depends on the zone. And we know that we have a number of people who will buy a ticket for one zone and ride the entire length of it. So, I mean, there's additional ways for us to try to capture our true ridership, but also just to make it more marketable for the general public. You know, if you want to ride the train, just, you know, with $7 on a Tuesday, you know, take it. We're in the process right now. There's requirements for us to do that price analysis, and that's what we're doing right now. But hopefully within, you know, early to mid next year, we could actually implement a new pricing that makes sense. And also, we're not dealing with coins either. You take that, because right now it's I think we're getting rid of pennies. Everyone's getting rid of pennies, but I mean, there's a lot of coins that go into it. And if you could just put your cash into the machine or buy it beforehand for budgeting purposes too. So that is something that this board is considering.
All right, excellent. I don't see any other questions or cards. Thank you so much for coming again. We appreciate the update. Do we have any other partner agency updates today? No, I think, is that it?
I just want to thank Lorraine and SFRTA as well. Lorraine presented, we also did a mobile tour recently, and I thank everyone who had joined us and the City of Palm Beach Gardens for their hospitality, but Lorraine presented on all the transit-oriented development opportunities that are going around, and so did the city. So thank you for sharing with us the TDP update.
Love it. All right, wonderful. Let's go ahead and move on down to our administrative items, which are provided as information only for our board. There are no presentations on these. Do we have any public comment for our administrative items?
No, Madam Chair.
All right, that said, our next meeting is scheduled for February 19th, 2026. We'll see all of you guys next year, and I don't think any of us are ending our meetings without wishing everyone a happy holiday. And yes, Mr. Mayor Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would be remiss not to thank you, your leadership. After 15 years of fighting for those State Road 80 lighting, it happened. Looked like we made it. I want to thank you and our CEO and to this board, FDOT, Palm Beach County. Thank you all for allowing that to take place. Thank you so much. And to the new incoming board, Ms. Drucker, I know you're going to make things happen with your team. You got an A team done. Thank you all for supporting the Glades community. I know there's many projects that we have to get done as a board, but thank you guys for making sure the Glades get taken care of. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
With that,
sir.
I yield to you.
Oh, please do. All right. Anything else for anyone else? All right. It's been a pleasure all these years being the chair. Hopefully I'll get to see you guys for the February meeting as a board member. But in the meantime, I want to thank you all for everything you've done for the MPO to support our executive director and the amazing team here, and have a happy holiday.